Hello there, YouTubes. How the devil are we all? I'm very well, thank you for asking. Welcome to the place where Western civilization goes to die, otherwise known as Kristi and Kev's Happy Hour. I am Kev, and joining me as always, she walks in beauty like the night, of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright, mean in her aspect and her eyes, thus mellowed to the tender light to which heaven to gaudy day denies. That's right, I'm dropping some romantic poetry on you bitches. And what? Byron represents! Dr. Kristi Winters.
I think you kind of upstaged me there in the whole intro. It was supposed to be about me, but it ended up being all about you, really. I mean, that was very impressive. I didn't know you could quote. Was it Byron? Actually, I recognized the first four lines, and then I didn't know the rest. But
well, that's because that's the only bit that ever gets quoted is the first four lines. But like so many great works, it's, there's lots more going on there. But actually, then it was about you, because, I mean, it's romantic poetry about a woman, isn't it? That was the point. I was doing a kind of silly, like, oh, that's romantic poetry. But then saying, fuck you, Byron, represent, or whatever.
Yeah, but your performance sort of upstaged me entirely. Like,
oh, well, it was meant to, yeah. I'm doing sort of gangster rap interpretation of romantic fucking 19th century poetry. Like,
okay.
That's how I roll. I wasn't
expecting in 2020, but thanks for that. Very interesting.
Well, I mean, I think NWA were very much inspired by Mary Shelley.
Yeah, I've read that too.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Ice Cube was a big fan. Anyway,
all the romantics, all of them.
Exactly. Yes. Anyway, hello everyone, and that. How are you, Kristi?
Well, Orion was. I don't think I'm quite as intensely affected by your spoken word as Orion, who says in the chat, "Kevin, my panties just got wet." I guess I should get them out of the rain.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Upright conscious and speaking. So minimally functioning, I guess. And yourself?
I am maximally functioning, as you just heard.
Yes, you are.
Dropping some Byron on you, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm all right. I'm not dead yet. So
that's good. Yes.
Yeah, no. So I'm gonna share my screen, and we can jump into some stuff.
What's the show about tonight? I didn't actually look at the title.
Well, the title is "Fuck Your Statues."
Oh, okay.
And it'll be partly about statues, but mostly not about statues, I don't think. But there'll be some statue stuff in there. So I was like, fuck it, fuck your statues.
Okay.
Because Trump's threatening to imprison people, even though he knows he can't. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Are you going to show us Twitter?
I'm screen sharing, aren't I? That's behind the curtain here, people. There you go. Just in case you were wondering. Actually, I can get rid of that now, can't I?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Until you want to turn the stream off.
There we go.
Oh, otters.
Well, no, because what I do is I open it up on my other little laptop, and that seems to sort the bandwidth problem out largely. But
it's not on one computer. I like this idea. I approve.
Indubitably. Nice. Anyway, so there's otters. It was meant to be a palate cleanser, but I just bookmarked it, and it was the last thing that I hadn't shown that I bookmarked. So there's otters. This one looks like that face I pull when I step on a plug.
I was
this
thinking
one looks
more
like trouble.
Yeah,
definitely.
The one in the upper right-hand corner looks like it's really enjoying itself. It's having a moment of zen.
Yeah. Where's the one on the top left's going, my ball? So those are the 4 otters of the apocalypse.
I prefer these to the Karens of the apocalypse, I have to say.
True. We already talked about Watson, but because we didn't get to my bookmarks last time, we've talked about it. Paul Joseph Watson claims to have fucked Lauren Southern. Didn't happen. Definitely didn't happen.
Yeah, definitely didn't happen.
Yeah.
Who's going to believe that?
Yeah. Even in the scenario where it's either she has to fuck him or Piers Morgan, even she went Piers Morgan.
Well, she's a woman of discerning taste like you, Kevin. I mean...
Well, clearly so. She's a fan of the chin.
Yes.
Put it that way.
Chinnilingus, I think you called it.
Indeed, but I wouldn't be so crude about a lady. That'd be terrible. Anyway, Bubba.
No, we're talking about Piers.
Another prick bites the dust.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
Yeah, they tore down a Confederate statue and burnt the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Which that's like that's raising it. Like in Bristol, they went underwater. They've gone, no, fuck it, we're going the exact opposite direction, above ground, on fire.
See, but nobody knows that their weakness is tomato sauce.
Well, I think this one's brick, if I'm not mistaken. I think they've just put like petrol on it and set it on fire. So it's symbolic. There'll be slightly charred brick, not brick, stone, whatever, masonry.
You think that's like marble? I thought it looks more like bronze
No,
to me.
Oh, I don't know. Well, either way, it's not really flammable.
No,
naturally.
Regardless of the material we're debating here,
Yeah.
still not flammable.
Also, I like they put pig on the side.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, cool. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. This is weird, right?
Yes, it is.
Right. Because obviously I don't know some of the smaller parts of America, because who the fuck does? But apparently this is Iowa's Civil War Memorial.
I was surprised. I was surprised on a number of levels for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly...
I was surprised. I'll be honest, I was surprised on two main levels. There were two specific reasons I was very shocked by this.
One,
It's that.
Yeah, it's quite sexual.
It is oddly sexual for what was largely a not very sexual thing.
Yeah.
Really. I don't think this really sums up the mood of the piece. But you know what? Maybe they were just thinking, who doesn't like tits?
Okay.
If there's anything that can unite a divided nation, it's tits.
What I'm gonna guess is that it's sort of like mother's milk. Like maybe there's something there about, because her boobs are quite plump and her nipples are erect. So maybe there's something.
It's cold
there.
Outside.
Yeah,
she's come out in public. It's going to be cold. She's nipping.
And what state is this?
Alone. Iowa.
Well, it's going to get cold in the winter, definitely. But I mean, I'm trying to be charitable here. Trying. Yeah.
Well, no, there's no. You can be as charitable as you like. It's fucking mental. It's really strange.
For what it's memorializing. Yeah.
Yeah. If it was memorializing some sort of women's struggle thing, you think, okay, that could artistically you could justify this.
No, I don't think that women. No. Sorry, I'm gonna have to stop you there. Putting out your boobs is not gonna really sell the credibility of the women's movement.
No, I didn't say it would be good, but at least it would make some semblance of sense.
I think it would make even less sense. It would make even less sense for a woman.
No. Because at least this is a woman doing a woman's out. It's a free the nipple thing or something. Whereas I don't know that this sums up Gettysburg or whatever. Come on now.
No, I just don't think that using women's body sexuality as a celebration of women's advancement. I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree.
It would be I'm not saying the tone would be judged well. I'm not saying it would be good or appropriate. I'm saying it would make some fucking vague sense. Whereas this is ridiculous.
Can you click on the leftmost picture and see what the quote is underneath? It might give some context to what they're trying to convey here.
Yeah, it was with that great speech General Lee gave about nipples. I seem to recall. Yeah.
Read it.
It says, something. Iowa, her affections, like the rivers of her borders, flow to an inseparable union.
Okay, that's still dumb. But I'm guessing here that the woman is supposed to represent that sort of. I don't know why. It's okay. I'm not going to defend it, but yeah, it's just a bit weird.
It's just tits. It's just tits. Anyway, babadum, bum, bum. Another about dust.
We did talk about this one.
We did
on my show.
I just wanted to do the song again.
Okay, got it.
The way in which some lockdown rules are being flouted is a disgrace. In the park, no dogs allowed, right?
Yeah.
Cows, though, don't give a fuck. Cheeky bastard.
He's like, hey, I'm not a cow. Don't hate me. There's no sign. You can't stop me, man. You're not the boss of me.
I don't see no cow signs.
You can't move me out the way, bitch.
Oh, yes. Oh, that is delicious. That is utterly ridiculous.
Yeah. It's buttery smooth in its humor. Okay.
Hakeem Jeffries just sort of styling on Donald Trump there.
You're about to lose your job. Yeah, let's go.
Yep.
Let's grow on November.
Quite. Because of shit like this. in the Bronx, so not exactly in the deep south, nooses being found in trees.
Oh yes, and in NASCAR, people's locations, and of course, it would be remiss to discuss 7 black men found hanging from trees. Sometimes people
Indeed.
think it's suicide, but a lot of times they don't, and it's a pattern that's happening, and people are paying attention.
I don't know that. I mean, okay, if you're going to commit suicide, you're probably not necessarily in the completely right frame of mind to be making symbolic judgments. But I think if you're a black person, even if you wanted to commit suicide, you must know
Yeah.
the symbolism of hanging yourself from a tree. So even if you wanted to kill yourself as a black person, I don't think you'd choose that way.
I think that's why a lot of
I
people
really
are
don't.
saying the police need to take it seriously and investigate it and not just go, oh, it was a suicide. We don't see, oh, yeah. So,
Yeah, exactly. Like that's It just because there's a gunshot to the head doesn't mean they shot themselves or
it's
whatever. Like fucking investigate. Do your job, you pricks.
remember when we were talking about the right wing was like, oh, we're in a post-racial society because we elected a man who has, African heritage to the White House. And yet it just takes a little bit, some people in the streets to get nooses back out there and the KKK to start using their usual tactics again. It doesn't take that much to get them out.
Not in the slightest, no. Absolutely. It was always there simmering under the surface. It's only ever a thin veneer of civilization for some people.
Yep.
But more Paul Joseph Watson
Yes.
going on about debate me, bitch. Yeah, okay.
So thirsty. The fact she ignores him makes it just that much funnier. That much more funny.
Well, I think the fact that she replied a couple of times and then went fuck it.
Well,
it sort of dragged him in, it reeled him in just so enough.
I think she replied. She replied with him being crazy in her DMs, is what she sent. That's what I saw.
Yeah, Paul. We all saw the screenshot she took of that, of you sending 13 messages. You
in
fucking mental
20
case.
minutes.
Yeah, ridiculous. You sad bastard. Get over yourself. Anyway, just right wing grifty twats. He's Michael Tracy blaming the fucking the riots on the closing of the Disney store, even though literally Disney said it's because of coronavirus,
of course,
and the general prevailing, the high street's basically dead thing, and coronavirus killed it off. Anyway,
sorry for the copter in my background.
No, that's fine. It's
it's the birds you don't like.
No, I like the birds. The copter I don't particularly like, but either way. I mean, we shouldn't have brought attention to it, really. It's made the situation significantly worse. Anyway, now I'm only joking. Who cares? This just made me laugh. Joe Rogan is what you get when a big toe is struck by lightning.
I can see that.
Yeah, definitely. Steve, knocking out of the park. So apparently the silent majority is also invisible.
Yeah, but the racist minority of Trump supporters isn't.
Indeed.
Kristi in the chat and Kristi on the screen.
She's fucking everywhere. Jesus. Anyway, just more Paul Joseph Watson being thirsty as shit. More weird statue stuff. Just public statues with titties out. There you go. I must have bookmarked it somewhere, but actually, seems like she's on the Curiosity in Worcester, Massachusetts. They have a statue. I don't know what it's supposed to be commemorating, but it looks like a child fucking a turtle.
All right,
she sent the picture to me, and mental.
I don't have a problem with the female form, though.
No, the female form's fine, but children fucking turtles, not so much.
No. I draw the line at those sort of depictions, definitely.
Yeah. Stephen Crowder showing he's not about free speech.
Yeah.
He's celebrating the woman who got arrested, which we talked about in the last show. But basically, just a reiteration, the free speech warriors don't actually care about free speech.
Nope.
They just want to do Nazi shit in private. We talked about Ash Sarkar in the last show and that nonsense.
They also want to do it in public to intimidate people without other white people seeing it. And so they can just say black people are making things up.
Tom Petty bitch slapping Trump from behind the grave.
Yes. Good.
Is nice. I'll just put it up on screen. They used Donald Trump, that is, used Won't Back Down, which is obviously a famous and brilliant Tom Petty song, and his family released a thing saying, cease and desist.
Nice.
Please, you fucking arsehole. So, and people have been saying, Well, that's not coming from him. Yeah, but it's coming from the people who knew him.
Also, it's coming from his.
Well, they would know.
Yeah, and they probably have the copyright to the song because he would have transferred it to his estate, which they probably manage, which means they own that as intellectual property, and they have every right to issue a cease and desist. Cease and desist. Ugh, I can't talk English
cease
today.
and desist. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one. I've got to scroll all the way back down now. Bollocks.
Yeah, Twitter. I know.
Oh, Candace. I can't wait to get to the Candace Owens one. Oh, that's fucking ridiculous. Where are we? Keep going.
There we go. I think we were about there.
I just saw a bookmark twice.
Oh, yep. Ash, we're already there. Yep.
There we go. Just that photo.
It's so amazing.
Just sea of blue. And I bookmarked it twice. So, social distance champion to that 2020.
Yeah.
Okay. What's this? Oh yeah, the how incredibly dishonest the Tories clapping for the NHS workers was. Helen Whately, who's a health minister, put out a thing saying that student nurses are not deemed to be providing a service. What? So basically, you can fire them. Yeah, the Tories are scum. Just in case you didn't know, there's an adaptation of that picture with just a guy in a Ku Klux Klan outfit.
Who's the guy in the corner with the striped shirt? I recognize everyone else.
Is that Ian Beale? It is. That's
from EastEnders.
That's Ian Beale from EastEnders. Hitler, Nigel Farage, and a KKK dude. Is that a KKK dude with his cock out? Oh no, it's his hand. Sorry. And Donald Trump. So I mean,
poor Ian.
That would have been amazing. What a dinner! Like they say, like have your 6 people you want around a dinner table.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't choose this set of people. But if I was stuck with them, you think that would be an entertaining evening? That would be fucking crazy.
Mostly you and the character from EastEnders would have conversations. I think it would be
I think I'd have some questions for Hitler and then beat the shit out of him. Probably. Actually, and the same is possibly true for no. Farage. For legal reasons in Minecraft. Anyway, this cunt.
Oh, God.
Right. Just weird sort of pseudo defense of Trump. Anyway, he says, honestly, people look stupid when they say crowd size don't matter for years and now are trying to make a thing of crowd size during the pandemic. And then responds, because again, he always has to backtrack and shit. The point of this tweet is that people should care more about the crowd sizes as it is actually indicative of things, not that people shouldn't shit on Trump.
Actually, it's not. I mean, sorry, crowd sizes are like yard signs. They don't vote. People vote. You don't know why someone goes to see a candidate. It might be for entertainment. It might be because they just want to check them out. You can't say that every person who shows up at a rally is going to vote for the candidate. And even if all those people voted, they might have come from other places to go to that event. That's not it's not like a representation of what's happening in that area, especially if people are traveling 2 or 3 hours, maybe from out of state, to see the person. So, no, crowd sizes actually don't matter. Voters matter. Yard signs don't matter. Bumper stickers don't matter. They're nice. They're good for the people who support you, like the yard signs and the rallies and all that stuff. But end of the day, Joe Biden didn't have a lot of rallies. He still won the primary.
Yeah. But anyway, talking of yard signs and symbolism, no caption necessary.
Yeah, exactly. We used to, when I worked for state senators, we would just go up to people who lived on important corners and say, can we put this yard sign in your yard? Whether or not they voted, we didn't even know or care. It was just the location.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Where they can be seen, yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, we'll just leave it up here for 4 weeks. We'll come back and collect it. And then we're like, yeah, okay, whatever. So.
And it's Wisconsin. There are only like 3 streets. So.
And 2 intersections.
It's important. Yeah. John Boyega calling out the quartering I didn't expect.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The quartering I just clocked. Are you picking on me online, big man? Because you're not the guy for that. And the quartering has been sort of pissing himself.
Well, yeah, he should.
Pissing his little pantaloons. Because, he's getting a bit of blowback. Much deserved blowback.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
So go for the king, you best not miss.
Indeed. This one just annoyed me because he says, "Oh, it's a really wonderful." Donald Trump says about some book. Who cares? A really wonderful book. Buy it and enjoy. You haven't read the book.
No.
Fuck off.
And
You
also,
definitely haven't.
that is technically a White House account. I don't. He's violated the laws like so many times it doesn't even matter. But technically, he should not be
Well,
using.
he did it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did it
exactly.
in the first week. He had Janine Pirro, the
Mm-hmm.
judge, in the White House pimping her book out. That's against the law.
Yep. But
No,
the
no
problem.
one cares. But
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, if we had an independent judiciary, if we had a Justice Department, maybe they would actually try to enforce it. But of course, we don't. We have a.
yeah. Stefan Molyneux is fucking creepy. I think we can all agree. Ladies, choose wisely. A
Oh my
stiletto
god!
heel and a chicken egg.
Okay, so I have to explain why I was laughing so hard when you started to speak. I didn't. Okay, I have the pop up for the chat over the
Yeah.
tweets, so I couldn't see what
Right.
was said. I thought this was someone representing his weird obsession with women's fertility. Like I thought this was someone making fun of him.
No, this is him
And
representing
then
his
when
weird
I
obsession
realized
with
when
female
you
fertility.
quoted him saying "ladies choose wisely," I was like, "Oh
Yeah,
no!"
and I
He's-
just thought it's a chicken egg. Look, it's not even like a human, whatever they're called, egg, fucking ovum thing.
He's officially moved into pervert category as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Also, it doesn't appear that he's wearing anything underneath that long leather coat. What is he doing? What a weird situation.
I'm sure
Fucking
he's.
hell.
I hope to God he's wearing underwear.
I mean, would you take that bet?
I wouldn't. I would go blind if I had to see the end of that. Yeah, if he unzipped all the way
The
down.
end, you see the end of his cock, yeah, absolutely. This just, I like honesty in political campaigning, as you well know, Kristen. And this is a campaign that I think will follow through. What if a big shark just ate all of the police? Really big shark 2020. I'm down.
Yeah, I don't. I think they have to declare their who's funding it, but I think probably the authorities will give this a pass.
Yeah.
I do like Big Shark 2020 though. I do.
Yeah, absolutely. Tim Paul, this God quote. I mean, firstly, quote tweeting a rapist, a right wing fucking fascist rapist.
Yeah.
And then Tim Paul just says his convoluted quote unquote reasoning is amazing. Every single Atlanta cop should walk off the job. This is actually a bipartisan position. The left wants to defund, disband, and abolish the police. Conservatives want to see police stand up for themselves. Fuck, roll with it. Yeah, I don't think anyone was particularly happy with that situation, Tim. You're an idiot.
Yeah, pretty much. I think I'll just let that comment stand.
Yeah, I mean, he's just annoying.
Yeah.
He's so wrong, it's annoying.
Like, how can you be this bad at politics and people give you money for it? Like, I just don't understand.
Yeah, absolutely. The great paradox of Christianity is that people who profess most loudly that they are Christians most clearly are not.
Hashtag facts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then President Trump, Jesus Christ, tweets out, this was yesterday, just presidential harassment in all caps lock with an exclamation point. Who are you talking to? What are you referring to? Candace Owens, oh God. George Floyd, high on fentanyl, not relevant. And trying to use a counterfeit bill after 9 prison stints, not relevant. Rashard Brooks, drunk driving while on probation for beating his wife and kids. Not nice, but not relevant. Why don't you cowards stop pretending these people were changing their lives? Stop sanctifying criminals. No one's sanctifying criminals. They're sanctifying people being murdered by the police, you fucking heartless prick.
Yeah, actually he doesn't. No, they're as bad as each other.
His staff occasionally hide his phone.
Yeah. Honestly,
happens.
Yeah, if you don't get that what the issue here is police doing summary executions on people before they're even charged, before they even read their rights, you know? Oh, she's just awful. She's so awful.
I'm trying to find out what this one is. I bookmarked it for a reason, and it's taking forever to load.
Well, we don't have that bad of a lag tonight, so that's good.
No, that is good. Sorry, it's been deleted, so that was a waste of fucking time.
Oh.
But thank you, Mike. Anyway, I'm sure it was brilliant.
It's already gone.
Ben Garrison. You remember last time we mentioned Ben Garrison? We were giving him some
He
props for a
wasn't
good
totally
cartoon.
awful. Yeah.
Yeah,
Time to take it back.
this is dog shit. Look at the words, just the words alone. The amount of words. This is an op-ed, not a cartoon, really. America's far left future. Banned old films, and then he even has to have the quote from Casablanca. Like we from that still image, we know what film you mean.
We don't need
and
the
it
text.
doesn't matter because you've already put old movies. We know. Look, shut down this sexist filth.
Except absolutely
Obviously,
no one is complaining about taking down Casablanca.
No. Mount Leftmore with Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, because those two people are so similar, George Soros, and Barack Obama, and Communist Hammer and Sickle, because Barack Obama was a communist. Didn't you know? What else we got? We've got Reason being toppled by some people. Who cares? Logic is racist, a thing that we totally say in Antifa. I can confirm as the CEO of Antifa Limited PLC Inc. Down with patriarchy.
I mean, that
oh,
I
no,
can get
how
behind.
terrible.
I can get behind that.
Think about our feelings. Even
Yeah.
though, and more states, even though they literally then go, oh no, people are doing peaceful protest. Think of our feelings. NFL name change. Yeah, again, you didn't need to put that when we get BLMFL. Maybe he's right. He knows his audience. They're thick as pig shit. They wouldn't get that, maybe. But you shouldn't need to do that. Anyway. And then something somewhere is not equal. Yeah, that Black Lives Matter is totally saying that. It's just something somewhere, maybe.
Well, again, he can't actually use the arguments that are being made because he can't defeat them. So he has to invent little fantasy straw men that he can knock over quite easily in his, little bubble.
Also, is this meant to be them disrespecting the flag by sitting on it? Because I think Donald Trump fucking wangling his cock against it at rallies is, maybe a little bit more disrespectful.
Or people wearing it as, bras and swimsuits.
Yeah, exactly. This is amazing, right? Firstly, this person, DeAnna Lorraine, is someone I've sort of kept and in the corner of my eye for a number of years now. She attended the ICMI, which is the International Conference on Men's Issues, not the International Conference on Management Institute or whatever the fuck it was, which I kept getting every time I Googled it. Anyway, it's not their fault. Anyway, she attended the one in London in 2015, I think it was. She's supposedly a relationship coach, even though she's single. Okay. And is now running for Congress, as you can tell by the DeAnna for Congress name. She's a far-right piece of shit. She's an awful human being on every level. But I've kept her sort of in the peripheries there, just keeping a track of things. It's funny. This gets funny, right? This is what a congressional fucking candidate put up. The goal of the left, and then 20 for the next 4 years, from the mask to the burqa.
Idiocy.
Pretty racist. Pretty racist. To which I, as the CEO of Antifa, put, who told her? Who revealed our secret plan? We're going to have to open
3 years.
a full investigation into who leaked this top secret information. Anyway,
yeah, it's a very quick 3-year plan.
Indeed. Quick turnaround. I run an efficient ship. Okay. Anyway, so she posts shit like this all the time. Really racist, nasty shit. It gets funny though. Tragic, but also funny. The lack of self-awareness here is. Hang on. Where are we? Hang on.
You were on Glimmer, right?
Oh no, but there's the other DeAnna Lorraine tweet.
You must have done it in my order.
We're gonna have to find it. No, well, it's not. I don't think I have it on the bookmarks for some fucking reason. Anyway,
okay.
We're finding it. How do we spell Lorraine?
Ken's like a dog with a bone.
No, because this is actually really funny. It's horrifically tragic in one respect, but also really funny because her lack of self-awareness is off the charts.
Right? Okay.
So basically, the showing you the racist tweet because A, it's ridiculous. posts just to show you the right-wing nonsense, but also to set up what comes from this. Because you think the racists must know she is... That's racists must know that there are consequences, right?
You'd think.
You'd think. DeAnna, on the other hand, where are we? Oh, don't make me look too far down. It was today she put it up, I think, wasn't it? Oh, hang on.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
You didn't see it, Kristi. That's, yeah, fair enough. Oh, for fuck. No, stop playing videos.
Oh, we're going to
dickheads.
crash.
We are going to crash, almost certainly. See you trolling me. Oh, okay. So I think we're getting close. Where are we?
You wanted to do this. You wanted to
I did
find
want to
it.
do this.
Yep.
I did, but I'm sure I bookmarked it earlier because I laughed so hard at it I nearly died.
Maybe she deleted it.
Oh, maybe she did. Oh, I hope not.
6 hours ago, 9 hours ago.
Yeah, it's. Oh God. Well, I'm going to keep going.
We're already
Where
here.
are we? Yeah, exactly. Giving you free advertisement. If you get elected, it's all on me.
Yeah, and we'll blame you.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Retweet. Oh, don't be a prick.
And we're on the 22nd. Oh, there's one from 21 hours ago.
What the fuck? I saw it on Sophane's thing, so should we try Sophane?
Oh, God. Okay. And people in the chat blame Kev, not me.
Well, what else they got going on? If they listened to us in the first place...
That's a good point.
I think that's on them.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so we'll go over to Sophane's account.
Yeah. What is going on behind you, Krista?
I know, I keep trying to mute it. First, it was a kid that was having a really loud conversation. And then someone was, I don't know, putting their bike in a bike rack or something.
Fair enough. Did you know Sophane's from Atlanta?
I think I did, because he's mentioned it a lot. I mean, if you asked me off the top of my head, I probably wouldn't remember. But if you said Atlanta, then I'd be like, yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Any more luck?
There's a video, so it's going to take forever to get past the video. Fucking video. Stop putting video up, Sophane, you dickhead. I'll totally blame him for that. This is going to be annoying if it's been deleted or some shit.
Oh, he also was tweeting out Stefan in the Polish spelling.
Indeed. Oh, I can't find it. Anyway, the basic point is, right, she put up a tweet going on about... No, hang on, no. If I put DeAnna Lorraine, someone will have...
God, Kev, give it up already.
No, it's annoying me now.
I'm just channeling the chat here.
Oh, I don't care.
K-pop?
Yeah, someone will have photoshopped it, I'm sure. Someone will have not photoshopped it, screenshotted it, because it was really, really fucking funny.
Okay.
Oh, come on, load, you pricks. The degenerate.
Oh God, he's your father and your daddy. What? He's your president and your daddy.
Weird. It's very strange. DeAnna Lorraine losing to this guy in the primary tells you everything you need to know. Okay.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we can't really see him. It's a close-up, but her losing to anybody would make me laugh.
Yeah. Dragged. Hang on, what now? Asymptomatic. Oh no. Well, she's probably deleted them, presumably. Anyway, the point is, and I wish I'd bookmarked it before fucking Photoshop got it done. Anyway, she was complaining because the left were trying to cancel families.
What?
Because, according to her family had a barbecue, the first barbecue they'd had post-lockdown, and purposely didn't invite her.
I don't think.
And she was getting dragged to fuck. Basically, people saying, "Well, yeah, I mean, you're a racist idiot. Your family don't want anything to do with you." Yeah. Apparently, that's Antifa's fault somehow.
Mumu just checked and said, "Yeah, she deleted it." They also
Oh,
checked.
bollocks. Yeah, because she was getting dragged. Oh, that's annoying. So is that if she deletes it, then does it go from my bookmarks? Is that
Yep.
why it's not there?
Yeah, unless
Oh, that's annoying.
if you quote tweeted it, then it would have just ended up in a dead link. So you would have needed to take a screenshot of it.
Well, bugger my bumhole. Anyway, yeah, we talked about it last time. Farage going to
Don't give Pierce secret messages through the show.
It's not secret. I've got a fucking runway to my arse. What are you talking about? Anyway, so Nigel Farage went to the Donald Trump rally, and we said, well, he doesn't have, why is he being given a special dispensation?
Mm-hmm.
That's now going to be investigated by
Good.
a congressional committee.
Good.
Which is good.
I hope there's some sort of law he broke where he gets like banned from the U.S. for a little while for bringing in potentially COVID-19 for a Trump rally that was a failure.
Yeah. Exactly. Although he did bump up the numbers, so I suppose from Trump's perspective that counts. And yeah, this, as someone points out, I'm not mad. Actually, I'm laughing. Was Graham Linehan lost his blue tick? Right? He says, "Oh, okay, haha, lost my blue tick. I'm just one of you commoners now." And people were taking the piss out of him. So for the second time in about 5 days or something, he protected his account.
Well, someone pointed out that they took away Katie Hopkins' blue tick before they suspended her account.
Yeah, well, it's like one of those shot across the bow things, isn't it? Like, look, you're getting dangerous now.
Yep.
If we take away your blue tick, even though you're obviously like a famous person worthy of needing a blue tick, because there are lots of Graham Linehan piss take accounts or whatever. If we take that away, it's probably because you're a prick. So calm it down. Anyway, this idiot says, "I'm going on record now. If they try to cancel Christianity, let that sink in. If they try to force me to apologise or recant my faith with a capital F, I will not bend. I will not waver without an I. America, God damn you. I will not break. On Christ the solid rock, capital R, I stand, and I'm proud to be an American." Now, as this person rightly points out, the fact that so many conservative Christians have interpreted many people's desire to eradicate white supremacy as a precursor to cancelling Christianity in America is incredibly telling.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Christianity was one of the institutions that helped prop up slavery. It morally justified it through its spiritual texts. And it gave a narrative to sustain it. And then it told people they're going to heaven even if they owned other people.
Yeah. And we've been joined by Rory Katz, who just literally almost took the door off its fucking hinges, you fat prick.
Coming into it? They pushed it open?
Yeah, pushed it, because he does this thing where he stands up and sort of allows his weight to lever the door open, and just nearly fucking took the place down. Now, Rory Katz, if you go near that, I'm going to knock you out, mate. I swear to God.
No eating the
Dickhead.
leads.
Yeah. Now, I don't even really care I mean, I like the Serbs, but this is irrelevant. That's their show advertising. I was taken by this meme thing, though. If it'll load for a second. Come on now. Come on. We can do this, internet. Don't let me down. Right. If pulling down a statue of a slave trader ruins your way of life, you are either A, a racist, or B, a pigeon.
Yes.
Now, that's really good. But there's a third option they've not considered.
Which is?
What about if it's both? What about if it's a racist pigeon?
That's true. They didn't offer
Because then they're
a
fucked
seat.
over twice. You've got materially, you've had a place to perch and or shit taken away, and you've been annoyed on a kind of spiritual level because you're deeply bigoted. So no one ever suspects the racist pigeons, do they?
No one ever suspects the racist pigeons.
And if there's anything you learn from today's show, it's that.
Take that away.
Yeah. And I'm done.
All right. Okay. Well, let me sort the chat out and drag them back over where they belong, in the corner.
Fuck the chat.
Move them from one corner to another. Share screen. Oh, you've disabled my screen sharing abilities, Kevin.
I didn't disable them. I just didn't enable them.
You have to cast allow screen share.
I don't know what that means, but
that's a little D&D joke. I've been doing a lot of D&D reading of late. It's escapism. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
I guess
that the Fonz? Is that the Fonz?
Yes, yeah.
Good God. Hang on. Is the Fonz the same age as Trump?
I guess. My God. Is Trump 75? I thought he was 74.
74, but come on. What's 1 year when you get to 3/4 of a century? Good Lord.
Yeah, round up at that point. Yeah, so just he did a little video of himself drinking a glass with one hand just to take the piss out of Trump. So
yeah.
All right, hey Kevin, get ready to do your song. Once I get this set.
Ba-ba-dum, boom, boom. Another prick bites the dust.
Yep, University of Cincinnati will remove Hitler-praising Marge Schott's name from the stadium.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. And
so they shot and they scored. Fuck off, you Hitler-loving prick.
Hey, a little bit of good news from Europe. Right-wing extremist crime is on the rise across Germany, but Dortmund...
Hang on. Whoa. You can't... Kristi, you can't go...
But,
good news from Germany,
but...
right-wing extremist crime is on the rise.
But, Dortmund... You have to wait... One of the country's most notorious neo-Nazi hubs recorded a marked drop in crimes committed by far-right extremists in the past 5 years. So, yeah, I think people should look...
Unfortunately, that could just be the police not doing their job, though, so who knows? Look, I don't want to shit on anyone's parade here, but let's not get complacent.
Well, that doesn't, selectively not reporting one crime doesn't make a lot of sense. I think we can be... I would assume that if we open it, okay, I'll just fucking open it. See what they attribute it to.
Kristi, you don't have to.
Well, I'm doing it.
You don't have to.
We're already fucking there. We spent 10 minutes looking for a tweet that doesn't exist. Now we're going to sit here.
It did exist. I didn't... the lack of self-awareness you showed in the original tweet suggested she would definitely not delete the tweet. So I feel like I'm in the right there.
Yeah, apparently. They used to have drunken skinheads shouting abuse as they paraded the streets. That seems to be over. It seems like a pretty easy problem to take care of, you would think. But yes, offenses such as verbal assault, racist propaganda, and damage to property were down by 25%. Violent crimes such as arson and bodily assault were down by 35% year on year. The drop is even more impressive compared to 5 years ago, when figures were 50% and 80% higher, respectively.
That was just the pigeons.
Yeah, they said, wouldn't you like to hear the police in America say this? We pooled officers from Dortmund and beyond and made combating every kind of right-wing crime our focus across departments to put the right-wing scene under pressure and show our presence continually. The police...
Why would the American police get officers from Dortmund? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. The police chief said that the task force took action against every single offense, even small ones like damaging property, showing Nazi symbols, and prosecuting every single one of them effectively. They just fucking ate. So it didn't go down because they stopped arresting them. It went down because they targeted them. So
good.
Yeah. Okay. So this is how we should use our police resources. I am totally in favor of that use of reimagining police. George Takei. Report hundreds of police officers belong to racist Facebook groups. Investigative journalism has discovered hundreds of law enforcement officers around the country are active in members-only Facebook groups that are fucking racist. Thank you, The Root, for your investigative journalism. Fire them all. It should be a firing offense. Just like when you are a teacher and you're outed as some sort of white supremacist, you should be fired.
Yeah. Also, the word root is a verb to have sex in Australia.
Okay. All right. Well, this is a predominantly black publication focused on minority issues.
No, I'm not suggesting they're playing on that. I'm just suggesting for Australians watching, you saying thank you to the root is a funny sentence.
I see. Okay, you're just interpreting their humor for us. Got it. Oh, this came out this afternoon. Dozens of Republican former U.S. national security officers are going to say they're going to back Joe Biden.
Wow.
He's... Again, everybody be terrified and vote in November, but, you'd rather be Biden than Trump right now.
Vote for Jill Stein. Is she even running? I don't know.
Yeah, don't vote for Jill Stein. This is also interesting in terms of showing some of these reactions against Trumpism, which it's basically, for me, Trumpism has become. At first, it was just sort of like a catchword for him being a dick. But now it's the whole like push of the executive. It's the misuse of the Justice Department. It's the toleration and promotion of racism and racist policies and division in America. It's Trumpism is fascism. It's American version of fascism. Thank you, Kevin, for focusing on what I'm saying. I see you writing penis in the chat, motherfucker.
I'm not. You can't prove that. Rory Cats, don't steal my phone and do that. That's outrageous.
All right, so this is interesting for the same reason.
I've got my other laptop open, so I might as well type penis in the chat.
Or you could listen to what I'm saying. You could listen to what I'm saying.
I'm trolling myself. No, I was listening to what you were saying. I can multitask.
All right, what was I saying?
Typing penis for me is like breathing. It doesn't take any concentration for me to do that.
All right.
So it's front bottom now. Okay.
Yeah. That's the.
I'm glad I gave you a wrench. I'm glad I gave you a wrench, Flint. That's worked out well in the long run. I'm only playing. Anyway, sorry. Go on.
All right. So again,
I actually have forgotten what you said. Sorry.
We're moving on.
Good.
All right. So here's okay. I'm just going to read this out and then explain, and tell you who wrote it, because maybe you can't see. But it's quoting, saying, using recent demonstrations as the impetus for designating Antifa as a terrorist organization, quote, could further fuel extremist violence and undermine the U.S. legal frameworks for counterterrorism investigations, unquote. So do you know who wrote that? Can you see?
Rand?
No. The Rand organization, which is a conservative think tank. It's not like a lefty think tank. So if the Rand Corporation, or not corporation, think tank, I don't know if it's how tied they are like, this is a bad idea to call Antifa a terrorist organization. You can just show...
True, but I'm thinking to myself, I mean, I already know it's a bad idea, but the fact that the Rand Corporation are agreeing with me makes me think,
well, it's not,
am I wrong?
It's a think tank.
Because they're almost always wrong. So,
yeah,
that's a joke.
Okay, I want to actually look at what their association is now. I'm curious.
Presumably they're just big fans of South African.
Oh yeah, it's a non-profit institute for policy and decision making that leans right.
Kristi, are you ignoring my joke there?
Yeah, completely. I was in the middle of something. I was looking something up.
I said they're just big fans of South African currency. Jesus.
Oh, see, I don't even know that that's the Rand, so I wouldn't have gotten the joke anyway.
It's the Rand, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're American. You don't know things.
Exactly, so why do you even try?
Well, you know things about your field, but you don't know things about the world, even though you've lived in more countries than I have.
Hey, did you hear that there was an earthquake in Mexico today?
I did, yes. Much love and hope for any Mexican comrades listening.
Anyone.
Awful.
Yes. While it was happening, someone caught on video. So they had a 7.4 magnitude earthquake, and this person caught video showing the ground moving apart during the shaking. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, go on then.
I was gobsmacked. All right. Start at the beginning. Can you see that?
Ooh.
Yeah. Can you imagine standing and having the earth move like that under your feet? Now, they actually designed the sidewalks in this way for more like heat and freezing. It's not meant to...
People are just walking, though.
I don't know. Obviously, this must not have been where the worst part of it, toward the epicenter. But still, look at that. Can you imagine? Well,
did you see, on the note of people taking it coolly, there was a relatively minor one by comparison to the thing that happened today, apparently. But in New Zealand, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, was giving an interview. So she was on camera, and there was an earthquake, as you do, and she was just like, "Should we stop for a second?" Okay. Cool, and then carried on like nothing. Like I'd be absolutely shitting my pants under a table somewhere.
Yeah, yes, I mean? I would be in a doorway.
She didn't even walk off camera. She just stayed there. Like, it'd be cool in a second. Like, okay. I mean, that's ballsy, man. Fuck.
Yeah, yeah. I guess you must have lived through quite a few to be that blasé at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've survived the odds. This one doesn't feel big. That's fine. That's what
Yeah.
she said.
Mark in the chat says it looks like it's from the Disney haunted house. I know, but for me, when I get vertigo, is actually picturing that being the ground.
Yeah.
Like that just blows my mind on a scale I can't even explain with words. So, because I've
People
never
are just walking over it like
I
that's
know.
normal. What the fuck? Look at the fucking pavement's opening.
Yeah.
What? They're not even stepping. They're not even like jumping to
No.
make sure.
No, it's not
Just
even like pitfall or anything.
Yeah, it's not. It's like people who mind the gap when you leave a fucking train. Like just step off. It's fine.
Yeah. Like I would.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
I know. Okay, so I think we've moved on from this. Oh, this is yeah. FedEx branding removed from NASCAR to promote the National Civil Rights Museum.
What?
Yep.
Hang on. So hang on. So, well, you need to explain more. FedEx have removed their own branding
I think so.
and given it to the thingamajigs.
This is Hamlin, Denny Hamlin's car. FedEx has chosen to remove all their branding in traditional colors, with this week's theme being to listen to and learn as they spotlight the National Civil Rights Museum. So, yeah, it looks like, and they're donating $500,000 to the museum as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think
Well, that's good.
Yeah, we'll talk also about the other way NASCAR people stepped up this week in ways that made my jaw drop. And you'll have to explain the importance when we get to it.
Yeah, there was the
guy
that...
Don't step... No. We'll wait till we get to it.
Oh, no, I was going to make up a silly one.
Oh, okay. All right.
I wasn't actually going to say, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
I don't follow NASCAR. NASCAR is a
But it's a sport.
Shite.
It's a sport, isn't it?
No, it isn't. They go around in circles. Formula One is a sport.
What's the difference?
Because they've got turns that go both ways. There's skill involved. This is wank.
I don't understand why one car going fast is a sport and another car going fast is not a sport.
Because this is just this. It's the same turn in the same direction over and over.
Yeah,
and over.
But that requires more concentration because you've got the same view in front of you all the time.
Yeah, so it's boring as fuck to watch.
Which means it requires more concentration.
I don't care. You can take fucking cocaine to do that.
I don't actually. I'm just winding you up because it's funny. I don't care about NASCAR.
Well, I mean, you are white and American, so I can't take that chance. You know what
I mean? From John Harwood, 8 Trump campaign staffers and 2 Secret Service agents involved in that Tulsa rally have now tested positive for coronavirus.
I do hope they spit in his mouth.
Trump's
in Minecraft.
Yeah, we already have 10 positive cases from that rally before, like within 2 days of it.
Well, yeah, the news of the Secret Service and the campaign stuff was before it even happened.
Yes.
Like they'd already tested positive before the thing had happened.
Yeah, it was T-, and they were already in the plus column on infections.
They might as well literally have gone around, like, licking each other's tongues. Why not? Fuck it.
So I just want to say that what I'm about to quote to you is empirically incorrect. And you know what? I'll eat humble pie if it turns out not to be the case, but I also just look at the epidemiology and this is wrong. From Boris Johnson, we do not believe there is currently a risk of a second peak of infections that might overwhelm the NHS. Because what? Go ahead.
That's not, well, yeah, that's obviously not true because of the word risk.
Mm-hmm.
If you were saying empirically there is not currently a second peak, that could be true.
Because you're still in the middle of the first one.
Yeah, and but of course there's a risk of a second peak. What are you talking about, you dopey prick?
If you look at how...
He really is a div.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
If you look at how the Spanish flu operated, it kind of went down in the summer, but it was still spreading, right? But people are less likely to have runny noses and colds and the other conditions. And so what they saw in the autumn when people's nose started to run again, and then you spread more of it around because you touch your face, that it shot back up. So we can't... Yeah. I mean, it's just science denial. He needs to be prepared for a second peak. That's what he needs to be focused on. Not saying, we're not worried about it.
Yeah. And you think someone who'd had it and nearly died might be a little bit more cautious.
You would think.
You'd think.
Clearly.
But no.
Like the antibodies, they're saying don't last more than a couple months after you've been exposed. There's a preliminary test that says that your COVID antibodies don't actually stay around for that long. So neither.
Whereas this guy's just going around drinking from hospital spittoons.
Well, I was gonna say his memory of his being on a ventilator lasts as long as his antibodies apparently did.
I like the idea of hospital spittoons, because why is that a thing? It isn't. But if it were, why would it be?
It's highly, highly unhygienic. If it wasn't.
Exactly. What's he doing in a hospital? Why are they allowing chewing tobacco in a hospital?
Yeah.
Madness.
One of the things so I'm transitioning. This is my transitioning voice. One of the things that's very different about 2020 from 2016 is that there wasn't kind of like
4 years.
Well, in addition to 4 years and COVID and impeachment and kids in cages and the Muslim ban and everything else that Trump has done, but just in terms of the election, I realize now looking back that there wasn't kind of like an insurgency. There wasn't sort of like anyone really going after Trump who was not part of the campaign. It was pretty much Trump versus Clinton. And in that situation, Trump can always go deeper in the mud than any other politician is willing to, because they actually care about their reputations. They're not going to debase themselves in order to get as low as Donald Trump in order to, be as gross as him. And as a consequence, it's a vulnerability. Your honor and your willingness to have a moral code on certain lines means that you're open up to attacks that you can't then counterattack. And what's really different about 2020 is, I was going to say, it's the Lincoln Project. The Lincoln Project is managing to troll Trump and annoy him and get under his skin, and then Joe Biden doesn't have to.
Yeah.
And that's how you bring him down.
Yeah, and not just that, but he could play the idea of a billionaire being an outsider is quite something. But he was like, as the not at the time president, he could pretend to be the outsider.
Yeah.
Whereas now he's the president. Things that are going on in the country are his fault, at least in part. Obviously, it goes back fucking decades and centuries in some cases. The effects last, which is unfortunate because that will still be true when Donald Trump leaves office, unfortunately. But there we go. But yeah, he has to take ultimate responsibility for that. So he can't say this is a pile of shit because it's his shit.
Yeah. And they can also, but they're not even just, they are criticizing him about his response, but they also are going after him about walking down the ramp and drinking water.
Which will annoy him way more.
Oh, yeah.
Because he knows he's an incompetent twat, but that doesn't affect him particularly. He can ignore that. Whereas he knows fundamentally at his core, he's nearly dead.
And
it just is. Look at him. He's a dilapidated old fool.
But Joe Biden can't go after him for going down the ramp. Joe Biden can't go after him for the glass of water in the sort of same way that an outsider group can.
Well, absolutely. Again, because, Donald Trump will go after Hillary Clinton and say she's got Alzheimer's and all of that, which then made it really hilarious, the faux moral outrage from Trump people. You can't attack him for his health.
Yes.
Maybe he is a frail old man, but that's not his fault. That's a disgrace, outrageous, even though Hillary Clinton had a funny turn and then was fine. Yeah. But she definitely had Alzheimer's because Q told us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, and they're just going to keep going after his weak spots and all his vulnerabilities. So this was, I guess, 8 hours ago. Go ahead.
There are plenty of them because he is one of the most broken people ever. He's so insecure about fucking everything.
Yes. But to go after his insecurities it requires you to get in the mud. It requires you to be dirty, and it requires you to kind of do things that mainline or mainstream politicians won't do. So that's why I really tactically, the Lincoln Project is a really big part of Joe Biden's campaign because they can say things that his campaign can't. So this is the most recent one. I'll just check what the volume is. It's not too loud. Okay.
The most deceptive, lying president in history finally told the truth. Somehow, it was more shocking than all his deceptions.
When you do testing to that extent, you're going to find more people, you're going to find more cases. So I said to my people, slow the testing down, please.
Slow the testing down? Slow down our chance to save tens of thousands of lives. Slow down our understanding of where COVID is and how it's spreading. Slow down the steps to reopen the economy. Every single expert told him to test more and test faster. And now we know his response.
Slow the testing down, please.
That's why this November, more than ever, the choice is clear. It's America or Trump.
So what do you think of that?
Sexy.
I mean, I really liked, okay, so just as from a political campaign point of view, the fact that they focused in on his lips, they cut to that shot of him saying, slow the testing down. You can't miss it. It's right in your face. Yeah, and of course, the other great thing about the Lincoln Project is, or their tactics, is that normally when you do these ads, you have to play them everywhere. You have to play them across the country, and that's really expensive, and that's why candidates have to constantly raise money when they run for like a national office or statewide office, because you have to hit so many media markets, and it's really expensive. But all they have to do is run their ads in the DC market on Fox. Yes, and then he responds to it. I mean, his whole 10-minute monologue about the ramp was in response to one of their videos.
Yeah.
And so they just
a week
fuck with
after
him.
it happened.
Yes.
A week later, he was rambling on about it. Yeah. He's so pathetic. Anyway.
Yeah. So just like as political tactics go, like we finally understand. We finally know how to take down Trump. He's just been so Teflon for so long, but we finally found the way to get to his weaknesses and really exploit them. Hey, look at these dumbasses. An Arizona megachurch where Trump is set to hold a rally on Tuesday claimed it possesses technology to clear the air of the novel coronavirus. This is absurd and will not protect you, an Arizona State University epidemiologist told us. So they've since had to withdraw that claim, but what they were basically saying is that they were going to ionize the air.
What?
I don't know.
Unless their church literally operates in an actual literal vacuum, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
what you've got is air conditioning.
Yes, circulating.
Which is fine.
The virus.
That's good. In Arizona, that's necessary.
Mm.
People sat next to each other going to be sweating the place up. It's not going to stop you getting diseases, though. That's ridiculous.
If anything, you're more likely in an air-conditioned facility because it's circulating the virus around.
Yeah.
They were saying that they kind of expected cases to go down in the summer, but what they didn't realize is that because of the hot weather, people are being driven indoors, and that's where it's spreading, is when you're in close contact with people indoors. So, yeah, it's not disappearing in the summer. Oh, yeah, you covered this. His trip is being investigated. Glinner. Why does he do this? He's whining on Twitter what a prick he's been and gotten caught for it and had his account locked. He is close to getting banned, I think. Look at this. I think once I got locked out for a tweet I appealed, and I was gone for 12 hours a couple years ago. And he has 3 on the same day. What a prick. Oh, yep, here's the unavailable tweet. We both had that one. Boris Johnson being wrong. Oh, gosh, yeah. This U.S. neo-Nazi turned over sensitive information to European far-right groups in order to create some sort of like mass casualty event on a U.S. base. So
I muted myself and forgot to unmute again.
Oh.
This is not surprising, is it? This is exactly what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's Antifa who are the terrorists.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Naturally.
Hey, Flint, he made the happy hour with a stray dog story. And this dog accompanies the kids. Did you see the way that he just took on that cart? He's barking at the car. He is. Let's listen to this. We'll make this big.
Yeah, but that is a dog that is laughing in the face of Darwinism right there.
Oh yeah. Well, what I love is how the dog. Oh, what are you doing? Come on. Yes. Thank you, window. Now go back. It won't let me go to the little play button. There we go. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Oh, This is crap. I'm done. Okay, anyway, it was a cute little video, but it's not worth this much hassle. The dog was very cute and is walking with the kids.
Exactly. It's not a non-existent tweet from a American Nazi. So.
Yes. Hey, you want to do your song again?
Bum, bum, bum. Another prick bites the dust.
Monmouth University renaming Woodrow Wilson Hall.
Good, and they absolutely should. I think we talked about this not last time, one of the shows recently, when someone described Trump as the second president of the Confederacy. I just had to interject and say, actually, Woodrow Wilson probably was, which makes Trump's the third. He was a terrible racist. He oversaw a huge campaign of racial violence, which technically he didn't direct but didn't stop, as well as the first Red Scare, the first proper Red Scare in American history in 1920-21. And of course spoke at the dedication ceremonies of various of the statues that are now being pulled down, as well as, of course, the cherry on the cake of shit, screening Birth of a Nation, arguably the most racist film in the history of mankind, at the White House. And not as like a, let's look at this terrible thing and study it, as a, isn't this awesome thing? So yeah, fuck him. They should rename everything that's ever been named after him to that of a black person, because I know that would annoy him.
Yeah, and that would be a good thing. Oh yeah, Trump was so mad at the small crowd size in Tulsa that he almost didn't go out on stage.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Yeah.
Temper tantrum
Absolutely.
boy.
I bet they have to poke him on there with a fucking stick. Get out on stage, you fat prick. It's not a ramp. We've got stairs for you. Anyway, are you going to put the chat back up on the screen?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I
don't mind.
No, it's fine.
Ultimately your stylistic choice, but, you know.
No, it's right. You're right. I just got distracted by the running of the show. That's fine. Right, Proud Boys hate group founder Gavin McInnes says he's been suspended from YouTube.
Good. Although, where are we now going to see a grown man stick a dildo up his ass for no reason?
Well, actually, Kevin, there are a lot of places you can see that online. So.
Are there? No, I don't. I disagree.
Maybe not Gavin McInnes
a good Christian. Yeah, but I mean on YouTube. Come on now.
Oh, on YouTube, yeah, that. Yeah.
Maybe Gavin McInnes can open a Pornhub account and just do racist shit and get kicked off from there. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be next. I'm not silencing your free speech. Oh yeah, these were the dupas. We'll listen to them. This is amazing.
Who are they?
The Dream City Church, the Phoenix venue hosting Trump's, on Tuesday, posted this video that their newly installed technology in the church kills 99.9% of COVID within 10 minutes.
Oh, God.
And that
a fucking disinfectant advert.
They can't even... Okay, we'll watch this because they can't even pronounce the word.
Not just that, but... Well, can we just point out, is Trump actually doing anything?
I don't...
He just seems to be traveling America doing rallies.
Honestly, the stuff he does is terrible, so let him... Like, the less time he spends signing executive orders. Yeah. Definitely. Okay, here they are.
Hey, gang, we have some exciting information about what we're doing to fight COVID-19 here at Dream City Church. We're probably the first church in the nation to...
But you're not doing social distancing.
No. Yeah, BIM bots.
Fucking idiot.
Sorry, BAM bots.
As I breathe heavily from 2 feet away from my friend here, what we're doing to coronavirus is I like sticking my finger in my own mouth and then putting it in his mouth. Because why not?
All right, cozy up to that mic, Kev.
No!
Okay, hitting play.
Clean Air EXP. We have a local Arizona company. It was technology developed by some members of our church, and we've installed these units, and it kills 99.9% of COVID within 10 minutes from independent testing.
It's ionization? Is that what
ionization. It's ionization of the air, and it takes protection.
They might want to rehearse.
Ionization.
They should have rehearsed that before they went live. They did their recording.
My favorite Russian composer, Ison. Yeah.
That was really what I wanted to watch the video for. That was it.
That's good. Yeah. And that's just that, but it's a 49-second clip. Why not just re-record it when you obviously bollocksed up one of the fundamental words there?
Twice.
Yeah. Nice and.
Can we just do another take? From the
go
top.
for it, man. I can listen to that.
Oh no, he was like, yeah, you're right. It was 50 seconds long. How hard would it have been to do a second take?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I want you to close your eyes for a few seconds, Kev, and I'm going to bring this tweet up, and I want you to read it because I want to read your reaction. So I have to stop this. Okay. So go ahead and open your eyes and read the tweet by Dr. Golf Shirt.
Best triage note I ever seen. Paramedics arrived to find bystanders performing low-quality CPR while the patient weakly batted at their hands.
They were conscious.
Oh, fuck's sake. Genius.
Get off me! I'm not dead yet. I don't want to go on the cart.
Oh, lovely.
So yeah, I thought that was happy hour material when I saw it. I have no idea what this is. I have no memory of it. It's on a loop. Okay, we'll just watch a few seconds.
9 minutes.
Yeah, we're not watching it for 9 minutes.
What are your expectations?
Oh,
Truth.
This is okay. It's the Daily Show. It's Jordan Klepper versus a bunch of Trump supporters, and it is so funny. I think I just did this more for the shout out. I'll go ahead and retweet it because it is a collection of his best moments with some Trumpers, and they're saying just the most like asinine things, and so it's very good. But it's, I'm sure, going to be copyrighted, so it's just a little shout out. Oh yeah, this is it. U.S. soldier accused of stealing information, sending information to neo-Nazi group as part of a mass casualty plot to attack his unit.
Patriots.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what I was going to refer to earlier. An act of solidarity out of NASCAR crews and drivers pushed Bubba Wallace's car to the front of the field before today's race. Wallace is the only black driver in the sport, and of course someone just put a noose like in his area, and the NASCAR said they're going to find out. So what would that mean? Do you have any idea? Would they do this in F1 too, to be put to the front in the field before the race?
I don't know how it works in NASCAR, but that wouldn't. Yeah, no, they have specific qualifying for Formula One, so that wouldn't like. I don't know if this is a symbolic thing or
I think it was.
Actually means anything.
Yeah, I've got the video of it later, but I wanted this description.
This is one of the few. I mean, technically, it's a sport. One of the few sports I don't really know a lot about. But,
okay, that's fine.
I mean, other than watching Talladega Nights, I got nothing.
Okay. Hey, empirical research shows that the same areas that lynched more black people in the past have also more streets named after Confederate leaders today.
Shocking.
Orion in the chat says it's a symbolic honor, apparently. This was it.
Yeah.
This was the moment.
Oh, okay.
And it's not just like they pushed his car out. They all came out. They all came out and walked his car and collectively to the front of the grid, as it reads.
But it's got an engine. They didn't need to do that. It's unnecessary. This is typical SJW, virtue signaling, soy boy something.
So, anyway, I have to say I've been pretty impressed with the way NASCAR has stepped up in the last 2 weeks. I don't know anything about them really before this.
Yeah. Well, if they carry on, I might give it a try, but it's still going to be boring.
Okay. I thought you'd enjoy this. You want to do the song?
Wild string, you make my... A wild string. Down, 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 down. You make my heart sing. Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
Cats do like string. That is a fact.
Yeah. Here's a neo-Nazi again. Oh yes, this cat. Oh, sorry,
that's such a 2020 thing. It's a neo-Nazi again.
Yeah, there's so 2020. Yeah, we've already done this neo-Nazi. Let's move on. Yeah. Yes, palate cleanser from Nazis. This little dog. It's called Heinz Beans.
German.
The dog. No.
Hey, Heinz Beans! Heinz Beans! Heinz Beans! Heinz beans. Hey, pidgey, 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 pidgey. Hey, Heinz beans.
Oh.
And now whatever I get next, I really, really want to call it Heinz beans. I really, really do. Okay. Now we're about to look at a type of mirage called apparently a fata morgana. It's formed when layers of the sun are bent when they pass through air layers of different temperatures in steep thermal inversion with an atmospheric duct, I've lost it now, which acts as a refracting lens. But yeah, check out that video. Imagine being on the beach and seeing that.
It's just floating.
Yes. I mean, it's a total mirage, just like, but it does, like, you can understand where people would be freaked the fuck out by that.
That would be weird. That's probably where you get a lot of these stuff, like people have these images from way back
Visions.
centuries ago.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's probably just some nonsense like this.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
There was a man levitating. No, there wasn't.
Oh, yes. So, yeah, this is some bullshit. This is some British white supremacist bullshit.
The only 4 times an Englishman should take his knees to propose to respect our fallen before our monarch, before our lord. Nothing about giving head there at all.
No. But you can see here, timeline Tony.
What about shoelaces as well? Yeah. What about if you to pick up a penny?
Yep.
Come on now. Plenty of options.
Yeah. This will not surprise you at all, Kevin, but I think it surprises a lot of white people in the UK. Most black people's views of race and racism in the UK are profoundly different from those of white people, according to sweeping and exhaustive new CNN Savanta Comres poll. I know so many white British people who say racist things. Not a whole lot, like on one hand, in their friends of friends or their friends' parents. And they don't think they're being racist. Like, you're being so fucking racist right now. And yet you think you aren't. And that's kind of the problem with how British people think that they aren't racist. Because they don't actually admit their own racism.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, it's not a surprise to me in the slightest. White British people are some of the most oblivious idiots in the world.
Well, I mean, America's giving you a good run for your money.
That's true, but again, we kind of sent you there. So,
well, yeah, I guess we've been carried on the tradition. Right. New poll from Duval County, Florida. By a 10-point margin, Jacksonville voters do not want the GOP convention. 61% are concerned about a virus outbreak. And Biden leads 51% to 43% in a county Trump won in 2016.
Ouch.
So
yeah, there's a lot of this. You can look at loads and loads of these polls, and none of them look good. Like, each one individually can be an outlier,
right?
But you put them all together, and Trump isn't winning. Even in the outliers that favour Trump, he's only marginally ahead.
Yeah,
in some places.
Which is why he wants to stop mail-in voting.
Even though he mail-in votes.
Oh, everybody on his... Pence absentee voted. His press secretary absentee voted. Yeah, they all absentee vote. Yeah, so I just wanted to play this. This again, you know Chris Evans because I tweet him often. We've been on the show. But...
yeah, Captain America.
Yep, this is kind of the stuff white people don't... Captain America. He is Captain America. No, he's the other Captain America. This is the stuff white people don't, unless they're racist themselves and hanging out, like, they don't see this kind of hate, you know?
Exactly. They're happy with it. Like, she's happy that she's doing her kids have a hate.
I will teach my grandkids to hate you all.
And they'll probably end up hating you. So.
Oh, I hope so. God, look at this crap here in the lot.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, we need to reoccupy the South.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have stopped until it was done.
Yeah, but white men who were just war profiteering Republicans in the North didn't actually care about black people's human rights once the money ran out for the bullets and the cannons and shit. I just like how you about to lose your job has just become this.
Yeah.
This moment. It's everywhere.
She's inspired a cultural meme.
She has.
Can be used universally by anyone, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is great. All right, so this is I'm White and I'm Proud. But when you actually open it, Justin Lindsay shows up. I've collected enough racist crap here for the group. I'm in that outs racist. It's currently being forwarded to your employers. I even noticed some active military, which is extremely disappointing as a vet. Those are being forwarded to your commands, and you can expect your discharges to be forthcoming. I hope you all have fun waiting in the unemployment line.
Good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
We had a something of a thing in the football yesterday. Manchester City were playing Burnley, and the Burnley van decided to fly a plane over the crowd, with the message trailing behind it. White lives matter. Yeah.
I saw a footballer saying it was disgusting, and
yeah. Everyone came out and said, "Yeah, it's fucked up. Don't do that."
Yeah.
And even now, the airport they took off from are no longer taking those flights anymore.
From the person who booked it?
No, from the company. The company can't use that airport anymore, which basically means they can't use anything because obviously it's a little biplane thing.
Yeah.
So they can't go to like the major international airports because they're jumbo jets or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, yeah, they're fucked because they took obviously racist money to do a silly thing. It blew up into the national media headlights.
Yeah.
And the airport went, "Fuck this!
Out.
No.
Get out!
No!
Don't come back!"
Yeah. So basically, they're out of
business.
business.
Get out of my
really.
airport.
Well, don't take racist money then.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
God. Okay. So this is a
sexy dancer.
Yeah, this is somebody with a flag that underneath it says like "Make America Great Again." You have to watch it from the beginning though. It
turns into a kind of weird blind pole dance thing. I don't know. When even your flag's telling you to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, get that crap off me. I'm gonna blind you and knock you over.
And of course, writing on the American flag, that's against the codes as well.
Yep, I'm sure.
So if you want to talk about disrespecting the flag, putting Trump on it, or putting Biden on it, putting anything on it.
Yep, it's a flag for all Americans.
You can, as unlike what Donald Trump wants to tell you, you can do whatever you like when you bought the flag. You can burn the fucker, you can wipe your ass with it. It's your piece of cloth. But the point being, if you don't want to disrespect the flag, there are certain codes that are literally written down. Which include not writing on them.
Yes. Haruka in the chat says, "The flag is hungry."
Exactly.
Okay. Same arena. On the left-hand side, the Wiggles. On the right-hand side, the Trump rally.
I don't know what the Wiggles are, but it sounds good.
Exactly.
It drew a crowd. Fucking hell.
Oh, this is good. Okay. Josh Radnor here. He set Trump's ramp speech to music and decided we won't do the 6 minutes because it's ridiculous, but you'll get a feel for it. And he concluded he's not a good lyricist. Okay.
No. Yeah, I knew that already.
But this is pretty funny. You can tell me when to stop.
Yeah.
So then I finished saluting. My final salute, I said, "Thank goodness. Thank you very much." Think of it, so essentially almost 600 times. Now the general says, "Sir, are you ready?" I said, "I'm ready, General." "Where we going now?" You have to understand, I left early in the morning to get there. Now it's sort of late in the afternoon. A lot of these fakers are with us, so they know. He said, "Sir, we can now leave the stage." I said, "Great General, let's go. I'll follow you." And he goes like this right here, sir, and I walked off. The stage was higher than this one, and the ramp was probably 10 yards long. I said, "General, now you gotta understand, I have a whole corps of cadets looking at me, and I want them to love their presidents. I did this General, I got myself a problem, General, because I'm wearing leather bottom shoes, which is good if you're walking on flat surfaces. It's not good for ramps. And if I fell down, look at all these press back there. Look at them. This was a steel ramp. You all saw it because everybody saw it. And it was a steel ramp. It had no handrail. It was like an ice skating rink. And I said, General, I have a problem. And he didn't understand that at first. I said, there's no way. He understood. I just saluted almost 600 times. I just made a big speech. I said, for other speeches, I'm being baked like a cake. I said, General, there's no way I can
like a cake
without falling on my ass, General. I have no railing. It's true. So I said, is there something else around? Sir, the ramp is ready to go. Grab me, sir, grab me. I didn't really want to grab him. You know why? Because I said that will be a story too. So now I have a choice. I can stay up there for another couple hours and wait till I'm rescued, or I can go down this really steep ramp. Really, 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 really. It's an ice skating rink. It's brutal. So I said, General, get ready because I may grab you so fast. Because I can't fall with the fake news watching. If I fall, I remember when President Ford fell out of the plane. Do you remember? I remember when another president, nice man, threw up in Japan. Slow motion replays, it's true, right? I don't want that, General.
How many times does this cunt say the word general?
Big strong guy, and he's got these shoes, but they're loaded with rubber on the bottom. Because the first thing I did, I looked at his shoes. Then I did slippery. So I end up saying, okay, General, let's go. I will only grab you if I need you. That's not a good story. Falling would be a disaster. It turned out to be worse than anything. Would have been better off if I fell and slid down the damn ramp, right? So what happens is I start the journey inch by inch, right? I was really bent over too. I didn't like that. I didn't like this picture. This picture I'm sure will be an ad by the fakers. So I was bent over right, bent over like this. Then we finally reached almost the end. And the fake news, the most dishonest human beings, they cut it off. You know why? Because I was 10 feet short. I said, General, I'm sorry. And I ran down the rest, right? I looked very handsome. That was the only good. I wouldn't want to run down the whole thing. Because the fall there would be definitely bad. So I took these little steps. I ran down the last 10. And by the way, they're taped. Take a look. To almost every instance it ends just before I run. And they said, here was the #1 trending story.
Okay, we did the whole 6 minutes because I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop it.
Yeah. I was baked like a cake.
George Bush threw up on TV.
Oh, there are a few gems in there. Literally just general. Everything general. This Imagine that. Imagine having to escort this fucking prick around one of these places. And he's just going, General, what's that? What's this? Like a fucking toddler.
All right, that gets a follow. I'm crying. I have tears. I had to take off my glasses multiple times to wipe tears from my eyes.
No, I feel like I've been baked like a cake, to be honest.
We bring you guys the best shit, don't we? Last time we had that lady
Kristi
from
does.
Oklahoma.
I mainly bring you like silly fucking racist pigeon bollocks. Kristi brings you the good shit.
Like Little Trump.
Little Trump. Yeah.
Oh, here he is, Henry Winkler, doing it one-handed.
Fonzie. 4 more years. Fucking hell.
That was also a callback to the last show.
Yeah, how pathetic do you have to be to think that's an impressive feat?
Yes.
Genuinely, like, I mean, it's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with being able to drink with one hand. There's nothing wrong with having to use two, though, necessarily.
No, but it's just he's making a point of it.
Yeah, like, just stop. You sad, pathetic, shriveled joke of a human being.
Yes.
The fuck is wrong with you?
All right. I'm kind of feeling like this energy is how we should kind of exit the show. I don't know. I mean, I could go, there's more heavy stuff, but I feel like we're in a good place.
Yeah, I think we're in a good place.
Okay. Then there is one thing maybe I can show, which is we missed some errors in the video, and I tagged you into it last time. So I'm thinking maybe home? Yeah, home.
What?
You remember after the last show?
Yeah, well, I remember the last show, and there's been time since then.
Yes, well, I
That's
tagged
how
you.
linear time works.
Yes, I tagged you into some pics. It's definitely beyond here.
Did you?
Yep, it was.
Oh God, I'm getting DeAnna Lorraine flashbacks.
No, it can't be that long ago. But there were actual typos in the video we watched, if you remember.
What video?
The campaign ad, the amazing campaign ad.
Oh, for the Oklahoma's 5th Congressional District.
Yes. And there are actually typos. Like someone pointed it out under a different video.
No, that's amazing. Okay.
Yes. And that's what I wanted to show you, but I'm not seeing it here. Ugh, I went too far back. Sorry, everyone. My apologies. I don't know if this is gonna
Don't accept her apology. You're just encouraging her.
Otherwise, the other thing we could do is go to the video and look it up, but I don't want to do that. Oh, here it is. All right, here you go, Kevin. Can you proof that? Lower third.
Shelley. What the fuck? Shelley semicolon S.
Yes.
Is that Shelley's?
Yes.
Oh right, okay.
And they had a space and a semicolon instead of an apostrophe.
Yeah, that's genius. Well done.
And
I mean,
then,
they managed to spell homeless and vet and bill.
They
and
did
full
get that.
and Congress.
Except it's not a bill; it's a resolution.
Oh, well, okay. Well, they made a fundamental error, but at least they spelt the fundamental error correctly.
Yes.
And I think we should give them a tick for that and a shiny star.
Yes.
So
it actually just says honoring our veterans of foreign wars with respect to their disabilities and homelessness. It doesn't actually solve any problems.
Yeah, that's okay. So if you walk past the homeless vet, you can just go, "I honour your service."
Pretty much.
Now
That's
get
enough.
out of my way, you filthy fucking hobo.
That's enough. Also, what is this? Did they not wipe their lens? Like, anyway. All right. So the next one.
Well, maybe it's like crazy Shanghai smog.
Maybe with all of the drilling for oil that she wants to do. All right. So take
Oklahoma. You can't even spell your own state correctly. Fucking hell. CD5 for Washington DC and Oklahoma. You remember the famous Oklahoma? Yeah.
All right. Here is that ongoing text that just doesn't stop. It just runs along the entire bottom of the screen.
Jesus. 26. Is that a 26? Is that a DAV?
A day.
A 20.
It's cut off. It's cut off.
Oh, so it's cut off the bottom.
Yes.
Fucking hell. So, well, okay, but it's cut off then, so I can only read what's on the screen. The church had a 26-DAV non-stop revival.
Also,
That many oople, because that's just that's O-E-O-O.
Yes.
L-E, so it's oople. Or just ool. From other stuff, Shelley was assistant pastor in the 1990s. What am I looking for?
Why not an assistant pastor?
Was assistant pastor. Was
like, yeah, Shelley.
I think that's nitpicky.
Well, the thing is,
I think that works.
I'm going to tell you why it doesn't. If it said here on the show that says, you could actually read this Jones Full Gospel Church, and it said, here Shelley was assistant pastor in the 1990s, I would agree. But just the random clause here, Shelley was assistant pastor in the 1990s. Now, I think
Okay, technically that might be right, but I think you make the association. You've got a picture of a very, very well put together, well composed picture. Not at all photoshopped. Not photoshopped, and the fact
that was Jesus Mermaid in the corner.
The power cables as well add an extra sousance to the whole piece. It's quite beautiful. So you've got that fantastically composed picture of a church. So you assume that when it says assistant pastor, it's at that church, right?
Of course, the shot's only about 2 seconds long, so you're not able to see.
Well, yeah, you can't read the sentence. This is all irrelevant to the point because, you're not going to be able to read any of it.
No.
It might as well have said, Shelley loves big black cock, because you wouldn't be able to read it either way. So, although she'd probably spell it with 2 Ks or something. I don't know.
All right. And, painting brighter future for Oak. Can we agree that you need an article there?
Yeah. Painting a brighter future.
Yep.
Or even you could pluralize the futures. Painting brighter futures for okay.
That would also at least make it sensical, yes.
Yeah. I think that either one would work.
Yes. They had options.
And I mean, I know okay is the 2-letter contraction or whatever.
Really?
It's just for
spell
okay.
it out. You just honestly just spell it out.
Well, actually,
don't spell it out
because the last time you tried, you fucked it up. So just leave it. I reckon. Yeah, she can absolutely nail the first 2 letters of the word Oklahoma.
But
so
after
just
that,
go with that, Shelley, because you fucked it up elsewhere. So just okay. It's okay, literally. Yeah.
So I just wanted to catch that. Since you obviously missed it, despite I fucking tagged you into it.
I went to bed.
You don't check your notifications the next day?
Well, not all of them. I don't scroll back. I get loads.
Well, check your mentions.
So it's full of other people.
Check your mentions.
I don't care about other people. What the fuck?
I'm just winding you up. It's fine. So I just wanted to make sure I didn't want to leave that unsaid. I wanted to have full closure on that since I didn't do the full job. We missed some things.
Shelley Landon, in a few months' time, will be the congressperson for Oklahoma 5th District.
Washington, D.C. and Oklahoma. I don't know how she's going to represent Washington, D.C. and Oklahoma, but, who am I to judge?
She's a woman of so many talents.
And
Kristi.
Residencies, apparently.
Yeah, I think you've... Well, either she's fundamentally misunderstood the job she's trying to get, or she's actually a fucking genius and knows all of the things. So
I guess we'll have to leave it on that mystery.
You've underestimated
Shelley Landon.
The mental acuity of this American hero.
Well, and on that bombshell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're running a show. You have to open up the other computer to turn the show off. No, I'm not.
No,
hey, this was great. Okay. This was the Zoom was good tonight. It was fabulous. We had very little lag. It all went very well. Yes.
And you know why? Because I went the exact opposite direction that Zoom said. I took the fucking wire out. We've been doing this from my wireless internet.
Well, again, maybe it also has to do with splitting the stream between 2 different computers. It's less of a drag.
Maybe.
Some can focus more or something. It doesn't have to do 2 things at a time. Hey, keep it up.
Thank you to Matt Hummels and Hummels.
Oh, always our sponsors.
The official candidate of the happy hour, Shelley Landon.
We'll find out on the 30th.
It'd be a shame if she now gets elected because it won't be funny anymore because she's awful. But I mean, it's funny while she's actually elected.
Yes,
and it's Oklahoma. Well, is it Oklahoma or Oklahoma? I don't know. But either way, it's one of those states where she probably could get elected. I don't know the district though, so who knows? Anyway, but it will be one of our highlights. I'm sure.
Election night, we will be watching.
Yeah, we are horrific political junkies. I'm sure we'll do like a live thing.
We'll probably have a show, a Shelley Landon results party show.
Yeah, exactly. The Shelley Landon HQ celebration party extraordinaire. And wait for all of the results from Oklahoma and all the other states, which we will ironically take one letter out of as well. Which could make Iowa because it's just vowels. If you take the W out.
Oh, so, right. Yeah. And you don't close
Ohio,
your mouth.
If you take the H out, it just becomes.
It's still. I think that's what it's like already.
Basically, yeah. Anyway, and Hawaii doesn't need to change if you just take one of the I's out. That's the advantage of always having two. So, anyway, I'm talking shit now. Unlike the rest of the show where I was fucking brilliant. Anyway, thank you to everyone for listening and watching all that bollocks. Something. Goodbye from me. Say goodbye, Kristi.
Goodbye, Kristi.
She did the bit.
I did.